Hello, it's No Question Unanswered, an educative program where we take you through answering your BECE questions. My name is Mandy Hilton Latte, and today we are going to take you through the do's and don'ts regarding the conduct of the council's examinations. You know what? Questions are not set beyond you. Everything you study in school, in class, are what you meet on your question papers. So please, do not worry yourself. Just keep learning, keep reading, and make sure you follow all the rules when it comes to studying to get to the top. Today, we are going to look at the do's and don'ts. After you have finished studying and learning everything you need to know, you would have to also know the do's and don'ts when it comes to writing your examinations. So that is what we're going to look at today. So let's look at the first one. The first one is, do not bring into the examination hall any foreign materials such as notes, textbooks, prepared materials, or any other printed materials. This means that every notes, textbooks should be left outside of the examination hall. You don't enter the examination hall with notes, textbooks, or any other printed material. Also, do not bring into the examination hall without prior authorization a blank piece of paper, the manual of a calculator, or any other material which is intended to give undue advantage. This means that if you have to bring a piece of blank paper on which you have to write, you should be asked to do so before you do that. You don't do that on your own accord. The penalty for this is the cancellation of the subject's results. Your paper, that subject you wrote, if you are found wanting, if you do any of the above, that subject's results would be cancelled. Also, you can't take in calculators or any material that would help you write your exams easily. That is, if you haven't been told to do so. Also, do not take into the examination hall mobile phones or any other electronic gadget that would help you to write your exams. The penalty for this one, this is a huge one. Your entire results will be cancelled. Not only that subject, the entire results will be cancelled. Now, let's look at the second thing you are not supposed to do in the examination hall. Also, irregular activities inside and outside of the examination hall is prohibited. Let's look at some of them. Do not tear any part of your question paper or answer booklet. When you receive the question paper or answer booklet, make sure you keep it as it is. Do not tear any portion of it. It is an offense. And also, do not take any question paper or answer booklet outside the examination hall during the examination. For instance, you want to visit the washroom. Do not carry any question paper or answer booklet along. Maybe you've kept some textbook or notebook in the washroom and you want to go and then copy answers onto the paper. So you are not allowed to send question papers and answer booklets outside of the examination hall. The next thing is, do not start writing before the commencement of work is officially announced. This means that when the supervisor or the invigilator hasn't asked you to start work, don't start work. Don't start writing. Also, don't continue writing when the supervisor or the invigilator has asked you to stop work. Don't keep writing it. When the invigilator says 5 minutes more, 2 minutes more, a minute more, now stop work. When you're found writing, there is a penalty. Also, remember to submit your script to the supervisor or the invigilator before leaving the examination hall. So don't walk out of the examination hall holding your question paper and your answer booklet. Don't walk out of the exams hall holding it. Don't go out with your answer booklet. Now, let's look at the penalty to these don'ts. Here too, if you do any of these things, that subject's results will be cancelled. If it is English language and you do that, you wouldn't score anything for that subject. If it is maths and you do that, you score 0 for that. Also, let's look at another thing. Do not steal, covet, or misappropriate the scripts of other candidates. For instance, you're writing. Kwesi is seated behind you. Don't tell Kwesi to pass his paper to you for you to look at his answers to write. Don't stretch your neck or try to steal his answers to write on your answer booklet. This is also an offense. Also, do not substitute scripts during or after the examination. Let's say you have answered your questions. The exams have ended. Do not get yourself another answer booklet and try to replace it with what you originally did in the exam hall. There is a penalty for that as well. Also, do not receive assistance from invigilators, from supervisors, teachers, or other personalities during the examination. That is, as you write your exam and an invigilator is going round, don't call the invigilator to ask for assistance. Don't ask the supervisor for assistance or any teacher around for assistance. This is also wrong. The penalty for this one, this is a huge one. Your entire results will be cancelled. Not only that subject, the entire results will be cancelled. Now let's move on to the next thing. Here we say collusion. This simply means that do not pass notes for help, receive or give assistance, or collude in any manner with any other person or persons. When you are writing your exams, concentrate on what you are doing. Don't collude with another person. Don't try to get help from another person. Don't give help to another person. Don't ask for assistance and don't offer assistance to anybody next to you or close to you. Don't forget that collusion can be detected. Do you know how that comes about? When you help someone or someone helps you, that assistance is detected in the way you answer your questions. So during marking, the examiners see that. They see that, oh, number so and so's answer is the same as number so and so's. So they compare the two. And if they are similar or they are same, they would cancel your results. That subject's results will be cancelled. Now, let's look at impersonation. Here, it means that do not write the examination for another person. Maybe you look like your brother or you resemble a friend. Don't say that you are going to write the exam for that person. It is an offense. Also, do not allow another person to write the examination for you. You registered to write your examinations. You have gone through the process. So it is important that you sit behind the paper on that day to write your exams. don't write the exam for another person. Also, don't allow another person to write the exams for you. Remember, impersonation too is an offense. And here, your entire results will be cancelled and you would be barred from taking any exam conducted by the council. You will be barred for 2 years and more. This is serious. You wouldn't be able to write any examination with the council for 2 years or more. So please do not impersonate. Let's look at the next thing. Also, it is important that you note that you do not insult or assault supervisors or invigilators. Do not do that, whether inside the examination hall or outside the examination hall. Don't do that. Also, do not bring into the examination hall any substance, including chemical substances, intended to cause injury to any persons in the examination hall. Don't do that. If you do that, the penalty is the cancellation of your entire results, and this would bar the candidate from taking any examination with the council for not less than 2 years. Now, let's look at another don't: leaking and mass cheating. Leaking and mass cheating. Do not involve yourself in the leakage of examination question papers. This means that when you hear people say, hey, Apo drop, hey, there's this Apo, let's get this question, hey, we've been told there are questions here. Please make sure you don't indulge in it. Do not indulge yourself in leaking and mass cheating. When this happens, report any rumors of leakage or foreknowledge of question papers to your headmaster or headmistress or to WAEC officials. Please do not involve yourselves in leakage. Leaking question papers is prohibited. Also, remember to report any form of cheating at your school or center. When you find someone cheating, please report it to the supervisors or the invigilators or to any WAEC official around. The penalty for this, if you are found leaking question papers or involved in any cheating, the penalty is the cancellation of the entire results and prosecution. You would be prosecuted too. So please do not involve yourselves in the leakage of questions and mass cheating. Let's look at the next thing: contravention of instructions to candidates. Let's look at these ones. Do not shade the objective answer sheet in ink. You know the objective answer sheet, the pink one. Never use your pen in shading that answer sheet. Always shade in pencil. Shade in pencil and not ink. Also, always complete in full and in ink the cover page of your answer booklet before you begin to answer the questions. When you receive your answer booklet, we have the front cover, the cover page that has your name, your index number, and other details where you're supposed to sign and everything. The first thing to do when you receive your answer booklet is to fill in that portion. Make sure you do that before you start answering your question. Remember to use ink in filling the cover portion of your answer booklet and not pencil. Do that in ink unless you are told otherwise. The penalty here is the cancellation of the subject results. If you fail to do these, that subject's results will be cancelled. So, these are the do's and don'ts when it comes to writing exams with the West African Examination Council. I believe you followed through and you are going to obey each one of them. Now, we know the do's and don'ts, and you know that when you are adequately prepared to write exams, you wouldn't do any of these things. So first and foremost, your preparation for the exam is prime. That is, you're learning how to answer your questions. And we do all that here on No Question Unanswered. If you are able to build that confidence in learning and answering your questions, you realize that, for instance, you wouldn't indulge yourself in mass cheating. You wouldn't indulge yourself in leakage of question papers, because what are you going to do with that? You are prepared. You've studied on No Question Unanswered, so you don't need to do that. Also, you wouldn't take your textbooks and your notes or jot down points on pieces of paper to keep in the washroom and then later on walk out during the course of the exams to go copy. No. Also, you are not tested beyond what you have learned. It's all about what you have learned in the classroom. Nobody would set questions that are not in your textbooks or are not what your teachers have taught you in school. So you wouldn't be tested beyond your capacity. And you have the capacity to work hard, study, and pass the exams and flying colors. So please, try as much as you can to study, to learn. Follow us on No Question Unanswered, and let's take you through solving your questions. And you wouldn't find yourself wanting anywhere during the course of the examinations. Everything you meet on the question paper, you have been taught. You have met it somewhere in the course of your learning, the period of learning. So it's important for you to challenge yourself. Tell yourself that I am going to work hard. I'm going to study as much as I can. I would solve as many questions that I can. I would answer as many questions that I can, so that on the final day, I would sit comfortably and confidently and answer my questions on my question paper. Let's do this together. You can do it. My name is Mandy Hilton Latte. It's No Question Unanswered. And this is where we bring it to an end. See you.